So let me break this belief for you really quickly, that you need to get the perfect pick on the first try. The reason this isn't accurate is that it assumes that you, with zero context, having not talked to customers and gotten zero feedback, are going to pick it right. The reality of it is that picking anything is the first step, because that begins the iteration process of feedback so that you can get it right.
I quit my job with the hopes of starting my own business. Having the freedom to work on what I want and make more money doing so is just my absolute dream. To accomplish this, I wrote down 1,000 business ideas with the hopes of landing on one that was profitable and something that I could enjoy at the same time. And the idea that I ultimately landed on was sleep solutions for healthcare workers, and I was so set on doing it. But after some more careful consideration, I actually realized that it wasn't something I wanted to do. Key takeaway: don't rush into the first business idea that seems viable. It's important to thoroughly evaluate if it aligns with your passions and long-term goals.
You don't want to try something that might be more suited to you, but I'm telling you, you have more to fear 10 years, 20 years down the line if you're in a field that doesn't excite you.
Since then, I've watched lots of videos and read lots of books to try and understand why I can't just decide on an idea and then just stick with it. And the answer I've landed on is I'm just not passionate or excited about the idea. So I started leaning more towards Gary Vee's perspective, where he says,
because this is when you need to attack what you love and what you want to do.
As well as Robert Greene, who says you have to find your calling, and Stephen Kotler, the author of The Art of Impossible, who says that you need to find out what you're interested in, then find a big real-world problem where you can apply multiple of your interest to, which leads to passion, which then leads to success. So from this, I did a bit of introspection. I love reading self-help books and have been reading them for years. I get a real kick out of helping people, and I've always had a big desire to start a business since I was about 16. Key takeaway: self-reflection is crucial in identifying your true passions and skills. Don't be afraid to spend time understanding yourself better. It's an investment in your future success.
It's discover your life's task. Discover what makes you unique. Discover what you were meant to accomplish in life.
After attending university, I was in a really frustrating place. I felt like I had no marketable skills, I was tens of thousands of dollars in debt, and I felt like I had wasted 4 years of my life. What I really wanted to do was start a business after university, but I hated the feeling of having this debt hanging over my head. I decided that I was going to work a full-time job and save up as much money as quick as possible so I could pay off my debt as soon as possible. I was super obsessed with paying off this debt, as it meant the sooner I could pay the debt off, the sooner I could start my true passion, which was starting a business. While sticking to my own saving philosophy, I managed to save around 55% of my income on a relatively low salary, which put me in the top 3% of Australians. And I managed to do this while still using my income to have some fun and go on some trips away on occasion. Key takeaway: financial management is a crucial skill. Even when pursuing your dreams, it's important to have a solid financial foundation. Balancing savings with enjoying life is possible with the right strategy.
Your most powerful wealth building tool is your income. You've got to learn to save and invest, and you can't do that when you're in debt, don't have a plan, and don't live on less than you make.
Look at what problem you have solved for yourself and that you could solve for other people. Then turn that into a business. I realized that by looking at this problem I have solved for myself of saving money and applying all of these self-help principles to, I realized I could possibly turn that into a business. For me, it makes me excited because I can combine multiple of my interests, do what I'm good at, apply that all to a real world problem, and then hopefully get paid for it. Pretty much like that Ikigai graph that you might have seen before. Bang, right in the middle. Key takeaway: your business doesn't have to be revolutionary. Sometimes the best ideas come from solving problems you've personally experienced and overcome. There are billions of people in the world. It is likely that your insights will be helpful to someone. So what's the strategy now? I'm going to start applying personal financial management and combining that with self-help techniques I've learned from different books. And here's what I'm planning. Number 1, develop a free resource so people can trust that my products are valuable. Number 2, create paid tools that I use personally to make saving easy and effortless while still enjoying life. And number 3, creating a step-by-step resource for people to discover who they are, what they're passionate about, and how to transition out of a job that isn't fulfilling to them, as doing what you enjoy, in my opinion, is a good financial strategy. Key takeaway: having a clear plan for the future is essential. Break down your big goals into actionable steps. In the coming weeks, I'll be sharing more about my journey as I build this business. You'll get to see behind the scenes as I create these resources, and I'll be sharing tips and strategies along the way. If you're interested in personal finance, self-improvement, or starting your own business, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. But you'll also pick up valuable insights that you can apply to your personal life and business ventures.